There is a reason why Chelsea are going to buy Xavi Simons, and it does make sense, especially with the depth that Chelsea have had, because they need a player like him. He's creative, he's fast, he can dribble, he can shoot the ball, he can do pretty much everything that Cole Palmer can do, but he brings more depth to Chelsea. Now, in this video you're seeing behind me, you are just seeing how this player can unlock defenses with key passes, but not only because of that, he can actually drive towards the defense as well. And by doing this, this creates pockets of space, not only for him, but his teammates as well. And as you see, he can strike a ball beautifully. This is one key factor Chelsea really have been missing. Now, yes, you could argue that João Pedro brings the exact same thing, and this is why they do need him, because if João Pedro is not having a great day, they now have Xavi Simons. They also have Cole Palmer. They have Liam Delap. There are multiple different players now that Chelsea can rely on to score goals. On top of that, set pieces that you're seeing in this corner kick video, you are seeing how precise he is when it comes to set pieces. This is something that Chelsea, again, need to rely on. Yes, again, they have Reece James, they have Cole Palmer, but sometimes you need a guy like this who can swing the ball perfectly on set pieces, especially on corner kicks, because there are times when we're playing low block teams that the only time we're going to be really able to break them down is off set pieces. By having him, we're able to then do that. And you're again seeing him how he can break quickly on counterattacks with a quick pass outside the boot. You are seeing a great finish as well. Let's give him some respect here. But the outside of the pass here of the boot just shows you how quickly he can transition from the defensive third to the attacking third with one simple pass. And like I said, Chelsea are very counter-attacking, especially under Enzo Maresca, and this is why it's so important. We have multiple players that can play how Enzo Maresca wants us to play, because when we do sit back a lot of times, we have such pacey wingers. We have Neto, we have Pedro, we have Nico Jackson so far right now, Liam Delap. On top of that, though, you are now seeing how good and clinical of a finisher he is. He's not afraid to take a shot, whether it's inside the box or outside the box, and he can hit the ball pure striking the ball. Like, he will hit it with pace, but he also has the ability to finesse shots as well. He can do a little bit of a feint. He can shimmy with his hips and actually cause the goalkeeper to go one way, and he can shoot the other way. This, again, gives him key factors to being such a good player. Overall, this makes total sense for Chelsea to go for a player such as him. He's young, which again does fit the profile which Chelsea constantly are looking for, younger players to constantly keep building the squad for the next decade, give or take. And he's a guy that really does fit into the system because he can dribble the ball like we've seen before. We need guys that are very creative, because sometimes just passing the ball isn't going to be what is going to break down defenses. Having a guy that can drive towards defenders and then lay the ball off to whether it's Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, or any of our other creative players, they can do 1-2 passes, and this will again help us be more creative, be very difficult to defend. And like I said, if teams do not know who to actually mark, it makes it very difficult, because like I said, we're going to have Cole Palmer, we're going to have João Pedro, we're going to have Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, now Xavi Simons. You could even throw a Caicedo in there, Liam Delap, and Cuckoo. All these players are great at goal scoring, and like I said, teams are not going to know where to exactly defend, because they are going to look at maybe Cole Palmer, try to stop him for the most part, but then we have another outlet player who can then play the ball and break these teams down. Overall, Chelsea are going to make a great signing here. It will take some time for him to get probably used to the Premier League. It's not that like most players come into the Premier League and do really well. It may take him some time, but I do believe with the depth we have, we can actually slowly implement him in. So it might not even be the first handful of weeks, and not even the first month, but over time, we will see this player constantly playing more and more and more, and really grooving with all these other players. And like I said, it gives Enzo Fernandez or Enzo Maresca more capability to do different tactics. This is why we need players like him, because depending on who we're playing as, we can also then change our tactics up, whether it's the beginning of the match, middle of the match, or even at halftime, or if again we need to just close the game out, we can bring him on or switch players out, which like I said, teams are not going to know what to do, because when you have so many caliber players, not only starting for your starting 11, but coming off the bench, it's very difficult for teams to know exactly what to do. And like I said, this will make Chelsea that much better. And I do believe he will be very successful at Chelsea, because he's done so well at RB Leipzig. And therefore, again, I think from going from there, it's a step up, but he can definitely do it. He is a very great player. We've seen him do it for the national team for Holland, and he can do it obviously for Chelsea this upcoming season. Overall, if Chelsea are able to get this deal done, it's going to be a great signing. And not just for him, this entire summer transfer window is going to be a phenomenal transfer window for Chelsea. They brought in so many creative players, and they're probably not done with signing players even after Xavi Simons. So like I said, there's more players that are probably going to come in, and Chelsea, like I said, are going to look at this summer and realize how great of a transfer it was, not just for him, but for all the players, for how this is going to develop for future seasons for Chelsea. And I do believe they have the capabilities, not just with him coming in, but all the players that we currently already have to win the Premier League this upcoming season. So if you enjoyed this video, I greatly appreciate if you do hit the like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video.